I'm not a doctor,
You're not?
but
You've been giving
it
out all
should,
this medical advice for
should
years.
be. It should be. I feel like it should be. But I think women who are mothers in particular have this ADHD feeling because you never get to complete a full cycle of action, especially as a parent, right? Like you're like, oh, my baby needs a diaper change. Okay, well, one, I haven't slept in fucking ever. Okay, so there's that. So your brain's not fully functioning. Two, as you go to take the baby to get the diaper, you walk over 47 million toys of something, right? And then like the dog has puked on the ground. And then the laundry, you go to get the like clean clothes, but there's not clean, whatever it is, right? So you're constantly getting pulled in these different directions, but you never get to finish the one thing that you wanted to do, which was just change the fucking diaper, right?
Hmm.
And then once you change the diaper, then you take the dirty clothes and you go over to the laundry and you're like, well, while I'm here, I guess I'll just do a bunch of laundry. But what you were doing before the baby started pooping was you were making dinner, but you never get to finish these different cycles of action because there's too much expectation and too many things and not enough help, not enough like community and tribe to help us, and we were never supposed to be doing all this shit by ourselves. Like I don't think we were ever supposed to. So then you just get fucked, like,
Yeah,
right?
moral of the story is we're fucked. Hi, I'm Cheryl Medeiros.
And I'm Colleen Hungerford. And this is We're Doing This Right, right? A podcast for the whole woman, mind, body, soul, and business.
It's humor infused, as real as it gets, inspiring, and you'll walk away with real usable tools for life and business.
If you love what you're hearing, please share with a friend, subscribe so you'll never miss an episode, and rate and review whenever you listen.
So find your earbuds, lace up your walking shoes, or cozy up with a beverage of your choice. It's time to dig in. What do we do?
Well, and then your hormones are still fucked up, and then you're going through all of this with like no sleep, poor diet, because you're supposed to be feeding yourself and the baby, and that diet usually goes out the window. Like you're not eating. I saw this real, like the most important thing a dad can do for a new mom is to feed her, right? So you're going through life and you're going through all these things, but you're constantly being expected to do all of these different things, but never once do you get to just
Do one
go
task at a time
do the
from
one
start to
task
finish.
from start to finish. And that will
Hmm.
drive you nuts. That
And it
drives you
continues
nuts
now,
forever.
you know, forever for the rest of eternity. And like people like us who are in a position where we're running businesses and we're trying to be present parents and we're trying to be present
Hmm.
wives and we're trying to not live in a dumpster fire. And like we want to do all these many things and you never get to just think about one thing. Like I'm never only thinking about work. I'm never only thinking about basketball practice. They don't, that's not a luxury that I have.
Yeah, like there are literally times, and I don't know if this is like a man woman thing or if this is just a person to person thing. Like there'll be times I remember even when I was dating David, we'd be driving and he wasn't talking, wasn't saying anything. And I was like, what are you thinking about? And he's like, nothing. I'm like, nothing? What do you mean nothing? How do you think about nothing? I literally don't know how to think about nothing. Like, I don't know how to
That's
like,
interesting because I now think that more often than not, like if I'm in the car or something, I am truly thinking about nothing because there's no room left. Like I have gotten to like a point of
this
paralysis,
is so, yeah, disassociation and zone out. I can get to that. Like,
disassociation, disassociation. And like Alex and I had like a couple times over the weekend where we were alone in the car and like we're just not talking. And I'm like, is this a problem or is this just like we're both just so disassociated that we just
I,
can't even like have a conversation? Like we're finally
I
alone and
think
don't have to
that's
manage.
different though than like the brain that just isn't thinking. I just don't even know what, and maybe I'm fucked up. Maybe I'm the one who's psychotic because like if I'm sitting in the car, I'm thinking about like, 47 new businesses and like what the kids are supposed to wear to pajama day and, like did Charlie get out in time or, whatever it is, right?
Mhm.
But I don't know that that's healthy either.
Well, that is my baseline, but I'm telling you I've come so far that now, like, it just shuts down.
Yeah, you've overloaded the system and
It's
it's
over like, it's
rebooting.
just There's nothing. There's nothing
Yeah.
there. And I'm watching it happen to Alex too. I do not think this is unique to women. I think that there's a different, oh my God, you guys. There's a different level of being able to manage tasks in like life, but he's at capacity too. And we've been talking about this. Like he's had this like he's redoing, we had a water tank leak. And so we need to replace the water tank, and it's saving us like $6,000 if he does the prep work and set it up
Oh
himself.
God.
So like, sweet, that's valuable. Let's do that.
Yeah.
And he like needs 3/4 inch rock delivered. And he's like trying to figure out how he can do it himself, and he can use this dump trailer that we have access to like a couple weekends a month. And like, I'm like, but he's like breaking himself over it. And he can't see. I'm like, we can just have that delivered. Like,
Yeah.
that's a whole business that people do. They just deliver rock. Like, this is not a thing that
Yeah.
needs to like paralyze this project. Oh, yes. So that rock was delivered this morning, but he couldn't see that that was like an option. Cause sometimes you're too close to the project and like you get too fragmented to think anything through because there's just so much going on. Well, all this, my big reaction was because he manages a department of like 60 people and he does a fabulous job. They've never been so profitable. Like he's in the words of Donald Trump, like Trump, he's like the best ever, whatever. Okay. He had to take the kids to basketball on Saturday because I had a baby shower. I had showings in the morning and then I had a baby shower to go to. And so the games were at 11 and 2. I show up at 2:30. I left the baby shower early to come check, get the end of Emmy's game. And I walk up to the school and my family's sitting out on the playground at the school at 2:30 playing. The game's 30 minutes in. All of them are out there. And I'm like, what's happening? He's like, we're just waiting for Emmy's game. I'm like, that started 30 minutes ago?
Oh my God.
He thought it started at 3.
Why?
I'm like, you had one fucking job. You know what? Like, guys, it took talk about some reframing. I was angry. I was very angry. Emmy was devastated. She played 1 quarter. We got in there at the end of the 3rd quarter. She played the 4th quarter. She was devastated. She doesn't like being different. She doesn't like, all the things. And she was frustrated. She wanted to play. And so I'm angry, 1, because I feel like, how can I not hand off 1 day to you?
Yes.
2, I'm frustrated because it hurt her. 3, it's like, how do you run a whole department? Like, I just feel so confused about so many things. And then I'm like, it's not useful though. This anger is not useful. This is not going to fix anything being pissed at him. It's just going to like ruin our afternoon. So I reframed and I'm like, he obviously didn't do this on purpose. This was not his intention, was to like fuck everything up.
Yeah. You're a nicer wife
He
than me.
feels bad too. And all the things. So I did have to like dig deep and like practice.
Ugh.
And I said to him, I said, I'm really frustrated right now, but I'm trying very hard not to be mad. So like, this is what I'm working through right now, but like, this is frustrating. And we were like, by the evening, we were totally fine. I really did not get mad at him because then I had to comfort Emmy after the game, who's like sobbing because she's so upset that it happened. And it's like, it's not useful for me to also be mad at her dad. And then I had to tell her like, baby, I'm sure daddy feels terrible. Like, daddy feels terrible because she wants to then be mad at daddy too. And I don't want to teach her that.
Yes.
Power of the reframe, ma'am. So like,
that is like really challenging because I do think there is this, we've talked about before, like that idea of like, you can't hand anything off because nobody's going to do it right. What is that called? Like
you can't give anything away because no one's going to do it right. That's what it's called. Like,
I
do it best.
It was like you like are over. Oh fuck, I don't know, whatever. But say that idea, right? Like, and you create this situation where you like then you can't receive help because nobody can do it, right? Or I'll just do it better, or it's easier if I just do it.
Yeah.
But time and time again, I'm just gonna say,
getting proved right all the time.
I mean, and I'm sure because I know you very well that he was very well prepped to know that the game was at 2:00.
It was a perfect storm. It really was a perfect storm. I told him games were 11 and 2. Verbally told him games were at 11-2. He forgot his phone at home. His watch was only works on Wi-Fi if he's not near his phone. And so he didn't have it. And when he was at the first game at 11, he saw our assistant coach. And the assistant coach goes, see you at 3. Because that's what time we normally play. And this was like a game. So then he was like, oh, coach said it's at 3. And he said, I remembered you said it was 2. But when the coach said 3, I thought, oh, well, then it's going to be at 3.
Yeah. Oh, well, then he's
don't ever trust anybody but me. I am always right. That is the moral of the story.
That's the rule.
Do not trust
Yeah.
another dad over me.
I mean, fair. To be honest, that is a fucked situation. Alex, sorry, I
Well,
take back
and to
all the
make it
things I
worse,
thought about you.
the coach had emailed the day before, not that he saw the email, so he doesn't get to use this, but the day before, our main coach had emailed, see you guys tomorrow at 3, and then had to send a recant email, just kidding, see you at 2. So it was like this very perfect storm of like everybody was
Okay.
confused.
Well, I take it
I
back.
was not confused, to be clear. I
You
was
were
not
fine.
confused.
Yeah.
I was
Neither were
crystal
all the other
fucking clear.
people in the gym playing the game, right?
I was crystal fucking clear on what the schedule was because I have a system and I have the robot put all the calendar dates in my computer at the beginning of the season.
Oh my God. Can it
So,
do that? Can the
oh,
robot
okay.
put the
Yes, you guys, AI.
things into your
Okay.
Google, your
What it can
Gmail?
do is make you an iCal file. So
Okay.
whenever I get a schedule, I
Got it.
upload it
Okay.
into
iCal file.
my
Got it.
robot assistant and I tell them to make it an ACAL file. And then you click on it and it just adds it to your calendar. All the dates all at once.
Yeah. You know what's going to really fuck you up? I'm going to tell you. You're not going to like this. Is once your kids get a little bit older and they start playing club sports, if they do, they don't give you the calendar ahead of time. They
I don't
tell you
understand.
the week before, the
No,
week of when your game is. Yeah.
unacceptable.
Yeah. And then
How?
sometimes they'll be like, oh, you've got a double header. Oh, we do? Oh,
How?
yeah. There's
I
just
don't
an app.
understand.
And then on this app, just magically they change the schedule all the time. And it's
It's
so
because
fucked
they're
up.
enrolling in like different tournaments and stuff. It's not like they have like a
No,
season.
I don't know. It's a season.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
And they just,
something's wrong there. You need to have a
it's,
conversation with somebody because this
I,
is how
you
is
have a
anybody supposed to have
conversation
a
with
life?
all of you. It's not just our league. It's like every, talk to anybody whose kids are
Herd,
in some
we
sort
need
of,
you to weigh in on this herd. Is this actually true?
yes, it is true. The club sports and the travel sports, they fuck you.
One more
Your
reason we're not
life.
doing travel ball.
Okay, and if you want to ever play like travel baseball, which my boys don't do, we play like elite level rec, basically. We only do one club. Basketball, we do club basketball. That's it, right? We can't do club everything because if it was up to my son, if it was up to Everett, he'd do club everything, even hockey. And I'm like, okay, I draw the line. Like, there's just hockey is very involved. Anyway, they don't give you the schedule up front. Mm-mm. It's miserable.
I don't
So
accept
your
this.
life
That's
just
reality.
like, yeah. Well, and you know
Colleen,
what's
have you tried a
interesting?
reframe on this? Have you tried to
I had a
reframe?
reframe. I had a reframe for this morning. And so Jackson had, I, for some reason, have, because, we're managing a lot, like missed, and there's a lot of different communication forms that things come in, which is very annoying to me.
Yes, very annoying.
Um, like everything has an app, but then also is sometimes an email, but then sometimes
Might be a
not, and
text.
might be a
Could be in WhatsApp.
text.
Could be in WhatsApp. There might be a group in Instagram you're supposed to be a part of, or you're gonna miss it.
Sure. Yes. So
Don't forget to check
Jackson
your
said,
LinkedIn.
shit. Don't forget to get on Slack and then maybe check
Oh,
Monday and then maybe check Asana and then maybe check all the. Anyway, so Jackson has these like walk-in days. I think they're once a month or something where you get to walk your kid into school. Usually you drop them at the door, right? And so I have missed a bunch of the walk-in days. He also has this nature journaling thing that happens at 2:45, 2:25 in the middle of the day, where you go and it's really cute and you like go and sit in nature and you journal. It's a very lovely activity. It's in the middle of the fucking day. Okay.
that sounds very midday. Sounds
It's
real mid.
very mid. And when they do check Seesaw, which is the app we're supposed to use, I often see all the parents at nature journaling, and I'm like, motherfucker, I've missed it again. How did I miss nature journaling again? How did
I
I
don't know
miss
why.
walk-in? Because there's too many stupid communication things. And so, and they change all the time, especially with this weather shit. So that's the other thing. So last week, I was like, God damn it, I will go to nature journaling. I put it on my calendar. I blocked all time around so I could get to nature journaling. I went to nature
It was
journaling. It was
canceled.
very lovely. No, it was very lovely.
Okay,
We
good.
journaled naturally. And then this morning he had a walk-in day, and this was one that's been rescheduled like a million times because we've been having all this snow. And it's kind of a, like we have to get there a little bit earlier so that I can park and then walk him in. It's kind of a hassle to get everybody up and ready, but whatever. We did it. Everybody did great this morning. I walked him in, we did the snowflakes. It was fabulous. And when I walked out, I was like, you know what? This is why I do what I do. This is why, this is the purpose, is that I wanted to be able to come to these things. So, like, that for me was really a reframe because you get so caught up in business, right? Like, you get so caught up in everything that we're doing. But the whole reason I don't have a corporate job is because I want to go to fucking nature journaling. It's because I want to go to walk in Wednesday or whatever it is, when it gets rescheduled. Like, I want to be at those things, and those things are important. And his, like, there's this picture his teacher took of us from nature journaling, and his little face was like so happy and smiley and whatever. And like, I never want him to be the kid who's like, parent isn't there. Like, shit happens. Sometimes it's that way. But we're also in a community where parents either are in a position where they can come, or they have one person who stays at home, right? Um, so I also don't want him, he knows, and he knows we both of us work, and that's totally fine and normal. But I was really to myself thinking, like, this is the important thing. The meeting needs to be moved, not this, right? Like, these are the priorities. These are the things that are the non-negotiables for me. Like, I can't make it to everything always, but damn if I don't like put this shit on my work calendar now to try to work around those things. Because man, he's 7, and he's like only going to be 7 for so much, for only half a year or more, and he's the littlest, and like these things are important to him, and they're important to
Okay.
me.
Here's the reframe that I've had recently around this. My family is not distracting me from everything else.
Yeah.
Everything else is distracting me from my family.
Yes. Yes.
That is what is important, is my family and the things. And then recently
Hmm.
I heard a mom talking about how much she loves sports, and
Hmm.
like she loves being at the game, she loves being at the practices.
I
And I
do
realized,
too.
like, that is very true of me as well. I love it. So I no
I love
longer
it.
like, I have like, we were just talking about this in therapy the other day because Alex is like, we're doing too many sports, we're doing too much of this. And I'm like, okay, I hear that. But like, Saturdays for me, even when our game is at 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. and like we live too far away to come home, it just doesn't make sense. It's like, okay, so Saturdays are sacred family days. Like, the five
Yeah.
of us are going to be places together, cheering on each other, moving our bodies, being outside, being in community. Like, what the fuck's not to love about this? Like,
I love
I'm
it.
here for it. Every weekend, let's do
I
Saturdays
love
at
it.
sports. That feels
I
so good to me.
I no longer do open houses on Saturdays. I won't do them. I'll do them Sunday because like typically there's no sports on
Mhm,
Sunday. Sometimes there is, but also like I try very hard. It can't always, but I try very hard to not work on Saturday, right?
mhm.
Like, unless I have some sort of out of town guest or like out of town client, or that's only here for the weekend, or it's a one shot out and back, like.
Yeah.
But I and there are a lot of parents who don't like it, and that's fine. Totally, no shame to those people. But I love watching my kids do their activities. It is like top tier, number one thing I would do all day long. Like,
Mhm.
so fun.
Yeah, I'm
So
really
fun.
loving being a sports mom.
Me too. Oh my God.
Mhm.
It's like my
I also love just
dream.
sitting at practice, and like, I have stopped bringing my work, and
Yeah.
I just sit there.
Yep.
And like, I'm sorry, that's just not something I've had the opportunity to do for a number of years, is to
Yeah.
just sit
Yeah.
somewhere
Yep. I love taking it's
or
like
walk.
Everett.
Like, I love softball season's coming. I cannot wait to walk the track while the kids have
Oh,
softball.
that's fun.
Mhm.
Yeah. Everett likes me to watch his practice. And I know for in a while he won't, but like when I take him to basketball practice, it's an hour and a half, but he's like wants me to watch. And he wants me to be interested in what he's doing. And I want to be interested in what he's doing. And there are times where I like had to like do some work or whatever, but I'll just sit there and I'll watch him, and I'm there with my computer, but I'm like making sure, like I'm making eye contact with him during the practice, or like, saying something to him when he comes and gets water and things like that. But yeah, it was really like a wake up for me again today, like a constant reminder. I don't want to say wake up because I do put my kids first always, but like just the reminder of the why, like why we do all these things, like why do I work so hard? Why do I think that's something important for us as these perimenopause and overwhelm years are here. It's like, okay, why am I doing all this shit? Like, because sometimes I'm like, I'll just burn it all down. Like, why do I need to run all these businesses? This is stupid. Well,
I'm gonna
here's
go
why.
work for somebody else.
My Bobna and I always joke, my business partner Bobna and I always joke, like, we'll just go work at a candle store. Like, that seems like really mindless. Not like
Out
own a candle
here,
store.
out here, it's always bro, just go pour wine at one of the
Yeah.
zillion tasting rooms.
Oh my
Such a fun job.
God. That sounds like a great job.
Well, and I
Like,
always go back to someone said this, but like, what's the worst that could happen? Like, worst case scenario, I lose everything, falls apart, I lose everything. I go back to waiting tables and bartending. Like, that was actually really fun.
I never waited tables, but I bet I'd be a really good bartender.
Was
I
best job. So fun. And you just
maybe
leave
not a
work
good
at work.
bartender because it wouldn't be like good at this, but I could pour wine. That seems easy.
Yeah. You don't like have to throw bottles to be a bartender if that's what you're doing with your hands.
This is
You guys,
me.
if you're not
This is
watching
me
YouTube,
mixing.
Colleen's juggling something and I'm
I'm
confused
like
about what kind of
doing
bar she's going to work at.
cocktail,
Are we in
like
Vegas? The
yeah.
Cirque du Soleil bar?
I'm doing like a acrobatic drink mixology or whatever. Oh yeah, okay, good. I can make a
How's our
vodka soda.
mixologist that was on that had her
She's
baby?
so cute. She had her baby. She's doing really good. I guess she's doing great. I saw that she's back on Instagram. She was off for a while, right? Like
Good for her.
having, family
Okay.
time. But I think she's back. She's so cute.
Hmm. Congratulations,
Mixo.
friend. Mixo, yeah. Congratulations.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, we're just going to invite you to reframe today and have some perimenopause.
Yeah. And
This
if
is
you
what we're
thought this
inviting you to
episode
today.
was lame, just reframe it and think that it was awesome.
Just know that our brains have turned to mush and it's
Yeah.
fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. You just reframe that mushy brain gives us an opportunity to like chill out and relax and reset our nervous system, which is a real thing, and we should be really doing that. Make sure you go for a walk and make sure you're looking around and make sure you're like telling yourself that you're safe, that there's not a bear
There's
chasing
no
you.
bear chasing you. That five senses thing is really valuable, actually. That was one of the
Hmm.
things we learned about Emmy, and I do it sometimes where it's like, okay,
Yeah.
what can you see? What can you smell? What can you hear? What can you
Hmm.
feel? What can you taste? I think those were all five.
Yeah,
So,
it's important too to like get their attention, like especially for people, especially because we're so close to screens all the time, to like get their attention to go out, like look at a tree really far away or look at that bird over there in the sky. You know what I mean? Like things that are like out in the environment is super important, especially when you're
did
going
you
for a
learn that
walk.
at nature journaling?
Yeah, that did not come from nature journaling, but it's a great tip.
I
And we
love
did
it.
draw the same tree at nature journaling. It was so cute.
Oh,
So
you did?
yeah, it was
Did they
really
look the
cute.
same?
No,
My kids would look
but
better than mine.
mine was pretty legit. And then today we made snowflakes. So anyway, it was really cute. Okay. Well, thank you for reframing everything with me always,
Keep doing it right,
forever and
guys.
always. Keep doing it right.
Bye,
Bye.
herd. That's a wrap. Thank you for joining us on this journey of laughter, life, and growth.
And remember, you're not alone on this path to success. We're right here with you every step of the way.
Please remember to hit that subscribe button so you never miss an episode. And if you found value in today's conversation, we'd be thrilled if you would leave us a review on your favorite platform. Your feedback means the world to us.
And don't forget to share this podcast with your friends, family, and anyone who could use a good laugh and some practical insight into navigating the challenges and triumphs of our minds, body, soul, and business.
Remember, we're doing this right.